girls, boys, and all my baddies in between. Welcome to my pod, Antics with Ash, where tomfoolery is encouraged and nothing is off limits, okay? I'm so excited to have you all here. I want to do a little chat about the set, because basically, when we first did the set designs, I don't know who I thought I was trying to give like skims, neutral, beige, and then I was like, who the fuck am I? So then we changed the whole thing. I had an existential crisis in the middle of the night and I was like, what is this? And now it's this. Do we not think it's just giving like Austin Powers but make it baddie? So let me just wait for my audio listeners. An Edna Mode wig and a moustache because no party is complete without cosplay. A lava lamp for just general vibes and just a little assortment of plants because in case you didn't know, I'm an avid plant mum nowadays. So that's like very important. For now, without further ado, we are going to welcome on my first guest who won't be any surprise to you. It is my mortal enemy and best friend, Mr. Jack Remington. Jack Remington, come in! Woo! Round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, for Jack Remington. How are you, darling?
Yeah, good. How are you?
Yeah, you look really fit.
Thanks.
Your body look good and
It's because
nice.
I'm in like wide flare denim, so you just, whenever I look a bit straighter, you get the horn.
Yeah, I kind of fancy him when he has this aesthetic. It's really nice.
Wish I could say the same in his boots.
Jack hates my boots and it's so annoying.
They're better than the other ones. I don't know what it is. I just think you have so much potential. And like facially and body-wise, you give it, and then footwear, it just goes to pot.
Oh, it's because Wicked Witch of the West, isn't it?
Yeah,
we always end up with...
It is.
Yeah.
But you're pretty, so it's fine.
Thank you. So normally, in this portion of people's pods, I feel like they do the whole, how are you? What have you been up to? Blah, 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 re-te-te. But obviously, me and Jack live in each other's arseholes, so I literally know everything about what you've been doing because I've been doing it with you.
Yeah.
So I say let's just talk about our tomfoolery we've been up to.
Okay, Tim,
because there's been lots of it.
I was going to say, where do we start?
Finland. Right, we just got back from Finland.
Okay.
Which, by the way, is insane.
As in, I think because as Brits, or at least for me, I just group together Scandinavian or Nordic countries and are just like, oh yeah, cool, like that.
Yeah.
But the Finnish are bonkers in the best way.
So
like,
good.
I think the one thing I knew of them beforehand was that Kari was the Eurovision entry from this year and he did like cha-cha-cha and he was all like a bit weird and quirky.
Yeah.
And they're all like, yeah, that's exactly a representation of us. Like no one's a sheep, everyone is completely unique, which they were, which was so refreshing.
Unique?
That's what you are. And it was just like, we just loved it, didn't we?
Yeah,
like,
it was so good.
There are, this is our favourite fact in the world, 5.5 million people in Finland, 2.5 million saunas, not saunas, you pronounce it saunas.
Saunas is sauna.
So that's basically...
It's a Finnish word that we've all been saying
We butchered it, yeah.
Yeah.
But 2 people to every 1 sauna.
Yeah.
And 99%, I'm just regurgitating Wikipedia facts here, but I love it.
Yeah.
99% of Finnish people go to the sauna at least once a week. As in, like, it takes being there to realise what a cultural phenomenon it is.
As in, it's mad.
Everybody just goes to sauna.
As in, everyone just ends their day on a sauna.
And starts in a sauna.
Yeah. Wait, we got to our hotel room, right? I couldn't believe this. Bear in mind, this is not like, it's not out of pocket for Finland because this is normal for them.
Yeah.
We thought this was insane.
Yeah.
We walked into our hotel rooms and we all had a personal sauna. Each.
In the room.
Yeah.
Like next to the toilet.
Yeah.
Full on like the rocks, the ladle.
With the hot rocks that you go...
As in...
Like anybody would think like you would only ever get something like that if you were in like a Jeff Bezos level hotel.
Agreed.
Like you just don't go
Amazon
into
Prime sauna.
Bury that.
Yeah, no.
As in, it was mad.
And the nature was like unreal.
So beautiful.
Like it sounds so cliche, but like we've never actually seen woods and water like that.
No. And we had this unbelievable girlie called Carolina.
Oh my God, she was so slay.
She was so iconic. She was an ex-ballet dancer.
Yeah.
Turned like forest baddie nymph.
Yeah,
But
she was a
so she,
nymphy
like,
minx.
Yeah, she was a minx. She was such a minx.
You know the way she grounds and does breath work. I
That
pray...
she throws it back.
I pray for her victims.
Yeah, 100%.
My God. And then at one point when she was like, yeah, just take your shoes and socks off here and go walking about. Bearing in mind there were thistles and needles and frolic. And we were just like, and she just thought it was so funny that we were like butchering our feet and she was walking about like she was floating on air.
It was mad.
Yeah.
And what was lit was she combined dance
with therapy.
and the woods. I don't know what's better.
And botanicals.
Yeah, that's like all our favourite things in one thing.
She was so tea. Like, I actually felt sad that we had to leave her.
Yeah.
And then she gave us that, like, weird balm stuff that so it basically is like a healing thing, almost like tiger balm or whatever it's called.
Yes,
And she went, I like to wear it as a perfume. And I was like, it's wood sap. I also remember we'd had a couple of Finnish drinks to drink and we were in that restaurant. And at one point I turned around to our guide, Thomas, and I wanted to say, how often, or no, I said, I wanted to say, so bear in mind for context, we'd been talking about Viennettas beforehand and how it's the universal experience that you feel like a rich Tory when you eat a Viennetta.
Yes.
Like when it came out as a kid, you were like, oh my God, I can't believe it. Like, I feel like Rishi Sunak.
What is it about Viennettas?
It's all the layers. It's giving like the milfoy of the dairy.
It's giving decadence.
Yeah, tea.
Yeah.
So we'd already spoken about Viennetta, and then I said to him, because we were talking about saunas, obviously, because we didn't shut up about them for 4 days, do Finnish people go to saunas at lunchtime, like how we sometimes go to the gym at lunchtime? But I'd had a couple of Finnish beverages, which aren't weak, and what ended up coming out was me saying, how often do Finnish people sit on Viennettas at lunchtime?
It was...
And I said it was such a stern face, and I was like... And he just went, yeah.
Yeah, and the Finnish drinks are hitting me at this point. I thought I was in the metaverse.
Right.
I was like, did he actually just say that, or am I just in the seventh realm of hell?
And we were sitting on chairs that were like clams as well, so we kept calling ourselves clamorous. And it was just the whole thing was a lot. And we'd been mushroom picking that day, and we did eat some of the mushrooms, so we were told they weren't psychedelic, but in what other world would I have asked do Finnish people sit on Viennettas at lunchtime?
They were wacky.
And he said yes.
Yeah, I know,
He just said
I know.
yes. He didn't even say frequently. I said, how often? He said yes.
Well, yes.
Well, yes. It's like when someone gives you a choice and you're like, ketchup or brown sauce?
Yes. Yeah. It was so funny.
Yeah.
It was true hell.
So it turns out saunas and Viennetta banging.
Go hand in hand. And you should take Viennetta to the sauna.
Yes, and sprinkle mushrooms on top.
And then...
Specifically chanterelle mushrooms. We found out that they were like the slay ones, didn't we?
Oh, yeah, they were really good.
They're called trumpet mushrooms too.
So yeah, basically,
Finland was iconic.
Long story short, we love Finland.
Yeah.
Would really recommend anyone to go there.
Tourism board.
We also went to Paris recently.
We did. We went to Paris to see Usher.
Usher, who, by the way, is aging backwards.
And also...
Beyond belief. As in, I've never known anything like it.
When he took his top off.
Guys, wait, we need to discuss this. Usher, the way Usher sweats...
More than me, and it makes me feel so good.
Garden sprinkler.
Yeah.
As in, if you're in, like, the golden circle, as it were, you know, for... Well, Lord knows I want to be there. You just get wet.
I think it's even more than golden circle. It was giving, like, back to the orchestra. Like, he...
I know.
He would, like, move like this.
Yeah.
And droplets would catch private jets and fly to the back of the arena.
It was
I've never known, like, I am the sweatiest person that anyone's ever met.
Yeah.
And he made me look like a dry stone wall.
Yeah.
It was bonkers.
Grayscale. You look like Grayscale.
I look like I had grayscale.
Yeah, in comparison to that.
Yeah. I was a Baratheon.
But it was such a good concert, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
As in...
And I realised as well that, like, I knew even more songs than I thought I did.
Yeah, because Jack was giving, like, I only know, like, his one, you know, like, yeah. You just
You're
thought that was
obsessed with that one. You just kept doing that the whole time.
Yeah, I know.
Because your neck, like, dislocates when you do it as well. Yeah, in the club, my homies, trying to get a little bit. No, I knew, like, between 5 and 10 that would be performed in that.
You knew every word.
Pretty much, yeah.
It was very slay.
I did my homework.
Also, what I did want to address...
The mouse.
Oh, yeah, okay, that... No, we have to talk about this. So basically, Ratatouille is my favourite film on planet Earth.
Yeah.
As in, when I'm on my deathbed, I wish to just play Ratatouille in the background and that would just slip me off into a slumber.
Which you also do on a hangover, it's the same thing.
Exactly that, right? So we were like, the only thing that we want to happen while we're in Paris...
is to lips linguini.
Yes, is for a rat to come out, us be like, that's Remy, he's just cooked us a fire Ratatouille.
In Paris.
That, right? Obviously, we didn't think that was actually going to ever happen. Lord did it.
Cut to, we go to a nice restaurant with all our squad, having a gorgeous time. Someone goes, there is a rat on the loose.
There's a rat in the kitchen, what am I gonna do? There's a rat in the kitchen, what am I gonna do?
Obviously, they all started shrieking and hollering, and we knew immediately to be respectful because Remy had come out to basically so that we could meet the chef. Like,
and say compliments to the chef.
Most people don't get to meet the chef, and we were so spoiled as to be able to do that. So all these waiters were like faffing around, running around, being like, "Oh, tout à l'heure."
And me and Jack were literally this is everything we've been waiting for.
Calm. And I just picked him up, took him outside, and let him free. And obviously he was able to go straight back into the kitchen and keep cooking dessert.
Exactly.
It was a nice dessert too.
And I want to insert the video of that.
Yeah, sleigh bells.
So.
Oh my God, guys, we're literally in Paris, and that is a mouse. Remy the Ratatouille is here. Oh my God, Remy the Ratatouille, the rat of all my dreams. Oh my Ratatouille, remember your name. Oh, that just made that amazing food, guys. So what else did you want to say other than Remy?
Oh, the Eiffel Tower
is a bloodbath.
It's the Wild West.
As in, the Battle of the Bastards season 6 Game of Thrones has nothing on the Eiffel Tower.
The Eiffel Tower. I've never known anything like that in my life.
Bird. As in, I don't even know how to describe it other than a gauntlet of fire.
Yeah, it was the Wild, Wild West.
So we went at night, right, when the lights were twinkly and we were like, it lights up every God knows what.
How often does it light up, though? Because we couldn't work that out.
I think it varies. I think it depends on its numerology chart. But it was like, we were either side of the bridge, the pontoon.
Yes.
And then not only was there was that woman dancing to deep reggaeton.
Oh my God,
on a 4D. You know those things that are like the camera goes round at the Oscars?
Oh,
this was like a clapped version.
You know the one where you stand there and it does a whirling dervish like this, and then people get their cute pics with their mates, so they're like the moving pics and all of that. There was just a
Dora the Explorer.
Yeah, there was a faint sound of reggaeton just playing the whole time.
It was like Bad Bunny was there, but not really there, like thinly veiled.
Yeah.
In an invisibility cloak.
Yes. And then there was a man charging top prices to stand on this booth and get a whirling dervish shot to deep reggaeton.
Right. Which, like,
outside the Eiffel Tower, though.
But 2 minutes of being there, it was like, well, of course. And then on the other side, not even on the other side of the road, in the middle of the road with cars honking and hollering, he had 1,000 balloons like he was on Up and he was just going to disappear and die.
Yes.
That he was like saying, oh, here, give me €10 and I'll take a photo of you. I was taking a video of you at one point and he like nudged me and was like, move out of the way. And I was like, absolutely not.
Yeah.
It is the Wild West.
As in, it was the craziest thing. We thought we're going to go to the Eiffel Tower.
Get some sleigh pics.
Do a bit of cute content, maybe. It's our anniversary.
I've never seen worse videos. The videos that we've got back look like they were taken through a cheese grater in prison.
As in, literally.
The lighting is repulsive.
Everything is so bad.
Your light packed in halfway through.
Oh, yes, it did. But no worries, because everyone had,
16,000 watt lamps.
Yeah, it was fine.
Yeah.
Everyone bought their own personal lamps.
Yeah, but they were so bright. The videos of me are like an actual white sheet.
It's like back in the day when I used to wear Dream Matte Mousse foundation.
Right.
That was 12 shades too light for me, and I just looked like a pile of ash.
Which you stopped doing about a week ago, thank God.
Yeah, actually, we looked at some pictures of me literally from when was it?
A year ago?
Was it?
There was some,
It wasn't a year ago, Jack, was it?
No, but there's also there's politics to it, right, too. So I'm not gonna...
Yeah. No, true. Thinly veiled.
But yeah, your colour match is good now. Let's just say that.
Thank God, thank Ross. Yeah, it is close. And also this lighting's doing wonders, by the way.
This is quite... Imagine also I was in the edit.
Yeah.
Hello and welcome to Antics with Ash. If you'd like to come in.
Come inside.
In it.
But yeah, basically, long story short.
Don't go to the Eiffel Tower if you respect your life.
Yes.
We did the research for you and it was hard. Louis Theroux has never done a hard-hitting doc as difficult as the Eiffel Tower.
And I'd love for him to do that, and I think maybe we should make a petition.
His Eiffel Tower jiggles and it will fold.
Yes, I want to see you wiggle. For sure. Mr. Remington. So I have really excited. This has been so hard to keep from you because obviously we know everything about each other's lives. So we have a tarot reader coming in. Yeah, and we're going to both get our cards and palms and everything and tits read. Yeah.
I'm somewhat petrified.
For the first time in this whole blood clot world, you are lost for words. That doesn't happen.
No, it doesn't. It's because what if she says, I actually don't, you know me, I don't date, I couldn't care less what she says about my love life.
Right.
She'll probably say, you'll die alone, which I'm more than happy about.
That's great.
It's more if she goes on to say, you've only got a year left.
Yes. Okay, me and Jack are about to get our tarot cards read. I'm so excited. So without further ado, introducing Nicola Kellerher, award-winning clairvoyant, author, sound bath therapist. I mean, she does it all, ladies and gentlemen. I'm really excited. Thank you so much for coming.
No, thank you. It's a pleasure.
This outfit is a massive sleigh as well.
Big sleigh bell, yeah.
It's giving la 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 la.
Whoa.
No.
Very that.
Yeah, focus. The mic is on. Focus on 10. Okay, what are we doing here?
Cool. Well, the outfit is great, but it doesn't do anything to me.
Right.
I was born with a gift. My mum and my grandma and my great-grandma were all psychics, but back in the day, nobody really talked about it. But now everyone's doing it. So I'm a clairvoyant, so that means I see into the future. So if I ask you now to think of a yellow car, you can see it, right? But you can't see it. You can see it.
Yeah, you're envisioning something.
So that's how visions will come to me. The tarot give me a little bit of extra. So they have their meanings, but to me, you know, like when you kind of zone out for a minute and you're sort of sitting there and then things come to you. That's what the tarot or the crystal ball should do to someone. So I'm not going to see an image in there. It's not going to change colour. It's not going to do anything like that. But I'll focus on it and I'll kind of zone out and then I'll get an image.
So it kind of helps you focus.
It's a focal point. And then the tarot, they do have meanings. There's certain things in there that have a specific meaning. But there's, for example, there's a card that we call the pregnancy card. So sometimes that might come out.
I hope not.
You'll get that one today.
But sometimes somebody would sit with me and perhaps they're 80. So they're probably not going to have a child. So it has a double meaning. So it would mean something like a new project, or maybe it means that there's somebody pregnant around them.
So the birth of something, it could be anything.
Project,
right.
And we love a project.
This is where me and you are different, though, because when I stare into the abyss, I'm thinking about lasagna, and you're...
Oh, no, I'm thinking about
yellow card.
Yes, that makes sense.
So that's kind of how it works. But I don't need anything from you guys unless there is really something you'd like to know the answer to. And we love that as psychics, if you've got a specific question.
Okay.
But if not, I would just go in and...
I'm trying to think.
You can't do your current situation.
No, I can't. No, I can't.
And we don't need you to tell us about that.
Yeah, because we already know that. I know the answer to that already.
I mean, you don't have to have a question. And by the way, just for the record, somebody said to me, well, you could Facebook us, you could Google us and find out all about us.
Right.
You could. That's going to take a lot of time.
Right.
I'd only be telling you things that you already knew.
Yeah.
Right.
And I wouldn't have come as far if I'd done that.
Right, right.
So there's no point in doing that. So really, any psychic reading should make you feel good, happy, excited, and give you things that you go, yeah, actually, I could see that happening.
Right.
I'd like that.
Right.
If you've got a question, like some people come to me and say, I don't know if this person's right for me in my relationship, for example. We kind of have a look at it and we see that they're going through a rocky patch, but it's all going to be okay.
Right.
So there are things, we all have questions on our mind. So it's up to you. We can do it two ways. We can either go in and say what I see and ask a question at the end.
I'd rather that.
I'd rather
There's
that.
nothing pressing in my life at the moment, other than like what's for tea.
Yeah,
That I'm happy to just be like, let's just talk about
just see.
life in general.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, well, let's do that. Who wants to go first, though?
You go first.
Me.
You go first. You go first.
All right, then, Jack. Okay, so I don't need your entire date of birth. So you don't have to tell me how old you are, but I do need your birthday.
He's 85.
12th of October, 1901.
Oh, so you're 19.
I use a lot of moisturiser. Yeah.
Okay, so you're 12th of October, right?
Yes.
Okay, so you've got a birthday coming up. So on your birthday, your numerology changes. Okay, so you're coming up to the beginning of like a new number. And this isn't the psychic bit, but it's interesting to know. So if we had 3 and 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So at the moment you're in a year 2. On your birthday, that will change and become a year 3. The year 2 is all about other people. You'll be putting other people first. You'll be giving to others. It could be your...
That's what I've been doing.
That's what you've been doing. Okay.
Wow. What I dread to think what doing things for me is.
And you also need to learn this year to say no a little bit more and put yourself first.
That's tea.
So that on your birthday is what you need to start doing. Live your life to the fullest.
I like that.
And you need to have as much fun as you can. It's a bit...
No.
Maybe we're in it a bit.
Yeah, that's all we do at the moment.
But it's very important that you do have fun the next 12 months because the following year is a year 4 and it kind of gets serious work-wise. So it's when you need to... You know when we came back from COVID and we all had to kind of put our actual clothes on again and go to work.
Like these.
And you're like, like this.
Gorgeous.
Yes.
That's what next year is. So you kind of got to go, okay, party's over now.
4th year or 3rd?
4th year.
Okay.
So your next birthday is when you need to go, okay, now it's time to kind of be a bit grown up now.
Okay.
Hang up your party boots.
Right.
So we have got 1 year of tomfoolery.
Which
and then
is a
cut the
lot,
shit.
because we've realised recently I'm made of aluminium.
Yes.
Okay.
Every time we go out, I can carry on for like 3 weeks non-stop.
Yes.
So I don't even know if I need another 365 days.
No, I
to be
don't think you
honest.
do. I don't
Wait.
think
Good
you
to
make it.
know.
I mean, wait till you hit 40 and then you can't even drink anymore. You have one and you're dead.
Right.
For a week.
That's
so,
fine.
So enjoy it.
We've got
Yeah,
4 more
yeah.
years left till 40. We actually don't mind if we only make it to 40.
Yeah.
I'm very.
No.
I'm very.
We've had a
live
wild
fast, die
ride.
young. Yeah, we've done everything we'd want to do at this point, other than maybe like visit Guantanamo Bay,
Yeah.
which we could do on my 40th.
Yeah.
That's the
year.
goal. All right, well, it is important to have goals, but maybe some fun ones. Okay.
Yes.
So what I need you to do then, if you don't mind, Jack, is just to, that kind of thing I was saying, zone out. When you kind of just have a thought, what should I do tomorrow? What's for dinner? Think like that. Anyone or anything that comes to mind is good. Just bring that to mind for a minute. Okay,
That's 12th of October.
Okay. Okay, Jack. The message that I got, so I hear things sometimes as well, and you can relax now, by the way, you can open your eyes. The message that I got for you was a steady rise to fame. I have no idea what you do. I didn't know you were here. But one of the things that I am being shown here, my guides are saying to me with relationship, I've almost got tough and sticky when it comes to relationships. So I'm not really sure what's going on there. But your messages are coming in quite fast. So have you got an interest in this? Because you're quite linked.
To tarot reading.
Or to any of the spiritual world.
I'm very open as a person. I don't think I'm very set on like, this thing exists or this thing doesn't exist. I'm just like, live and let live.
Okay, sorry to zone out, but I'm getting more here. So I can see a building that's mock Tudor. So when they have the...
I myself often identify as
mock Tudor.
Yeah. I was thinking that's my drag name.
It's white mixed other mock Tudor.
Yes.
That's normally what it is.
And I'm all three. They're the new members of the Sugar Babes, actually. White, mixed other, and white. What was it?
Mock Tudor.
Yeah.
We look like the Sugar Babes.
Oh my God. Yeah, we
Oh
do.
my
You can be Mock
God.
Tudor.
I'll be mock Tudor.
Yeah. That's
Brilliant.
one name as well, like Mock Tudor, is in spelled like MOKCHUDA. Like, please welcome to the stage, Mock Tudor.
Yeah, that's so. I love that.
I'm crying.
Slay bell.
I
Anyway,
love that.
So.
Okay.
Anyway, I think what this is...
Sorry, Mock Tudor, carry on. I'm intrigued to know where this Mock Tudor is going.
Yeah, me
Both
too.
you and the card.
Yeah.
You guys are great. So I can see a property, I can see the side of it, and it looks like it's linked to something else. So I feel that you will own a property in the future that's kind of mock Tudor. It's white on the outside, cream, I'd say, maybe the same colour as this.
Oh no, I hate those boots.
And I can see, I can see these kind of wood beams on there. Okay. I don't know if you've ever thought of this or dismissed it, but my guides are very, very clearly saying you will have a child at some point in the future.
Okay.
Okay. Now that's just what I see. We've got more to come with the cards here. All right. Okay. Oh, there's a baby card that I was talking about earlier. We've got some issues from the past that I want to say is either financial or at the moment you're thinking I've not been treated fairly by someone or something. This looks like, my guides are showing me the globe, okay? So this looks like somebody that's perhaps got international travel, or perhaps there was something that you were supposed to do, go traveling or do something in another country and it never happened.
Yeah.
But this is, as I said, got two meanings. It's either the baby card,
Yeah.
so you're either going to be pregnant soon,
Listen,
very
stranger
bad,
things have happened.
innit?
Mock Tudor.
or this tells me that there is a project coming.
Mock Joy.
Not mock joy. Mock joy.
I was literally just about to say that this is most likely a new project that's going to take time to build and grow.
Okay.
But when we get the 9 next to the baby card, 9 months, is there anyone that's pregnant around you at the moment? Anyone that's...
Fucking
Other than Ash, no. Not that I'm aware of.
Okay. Well, there might be something in the next couple of 6 to 18 months, these cards look, where you're thinking about, should I have children? Should we do something like that? Should we? I mean, even sometimes people say, absolutely no way, I'm not going to have a child. This would be then a puppy or a cat or something like that. But I feel that we're talking mostly now about September. I want to say this year, there's something that was delayed, a project that you didn't get to go on, or a trip that you never got to go on, and you are going to literally have that in your hands by the time we get to Christmas. I'm being shown you unboxing something, it's like a gift, and it's almost like you're saying in the future, this was a gift given to me, this job or this opportunity. It might not be overly well paid in the beginning, but then remember the first thing I heard was meteoric rise to fame. So I don't know what it is you do or want to do, but that is happening.
There was a fair bit of stuff that got cancelled.
I remember that.
No, but also because of the writers and actors strikes.
Oh, of course.
There were certain interviews, quite a lot of ones that we were really excited about, that didn't go ahead because of the strikes.
Okay, so are you an actor then? Is that
No, so we do more like hosting and presenting of events. So it was more that we'd be working with the actors in their promos and stuff.
Okay. Now I want to come back, just leaving the work side there for a minute, because, you know, you're going to make it, you're going to get to wherever you need to be, which is good.
Meteoric rise.
Come into your relationship. I got tough/sticky when I first linked to that. And I've got something, I want to come back. I feel like it's 2 years ago that someone that you really cried over, someone that it's almost like it was unfair. I don't know whether they left you for someone else, or it was almost like you were going along really nicely, having this great time, and then bam, something just knocked you off your perch.
Okay.
Would that make sense? Say no if not.
No.
Okay.
No?
So
Yeah.
That was before. That was well before that.
It is.
That was
What
like 18, 19,
Okay.
20, 18, 19.
Well, whoever this was.
This is 2021. This is out of lockdown.
Yeah, and you know, we have to say there needs to be a little bit of wiggle room for time, but we're not talking years and years if it's not two.
Fine.
But whatever you cried about or got really upset about 2 years ago, I feel like you spent some time on your own, and you've really, did you go somewhere to like a retreat or something after a breakup? Did you just go, right, that's it, I'm going to be on my own for a bit?
You tell me, did I?
After said situation, did we go somewhere?
It was May of last year.
Okay.
I went to see Little Mix that night and cried my eyes out. it was Little Mix's farewell final day.
And then that was poetic because
my
it was
eyes
also
out.
yours, yeah.
But there wasn't a horrible ending to that. It was a
No.
natural end. We both respected each other. We just weren't right for each other anymore.
Okay.
But I still adore him.
Okay.
Same.
But what
It was a three-way relationship. Okay.
Well, what it sounds like to me is whatever happened, whatever that big thing that you got over, I want to say, 2 years ago roughly, has really shaped you, and you are now such a better person than you were before. You're ready to settle down and be that person. And if you've got somebody in your life now, whoever this person is, it's not you that needs the shake-up, it's actually a bit of them.
Okay.
I think they just need to, I feel like whoever it is that you're with, if you're with someone, if you're not with someone, this will be somebody coming in very quickly, who will literally, you'll need to sit there and say, I want to be with you. I will commit with you. You need to calm down. So there's someone around.
Me to them.
You to them. It's almost like they're worried that you're going to leave them, or they're worried that, so they're acting up a little bit.
Okay.
But you've come through this to be like this. There's the property I mentioned earlier on. You will purchase a property. I feel this will be in the next 2 years. However, we've got some obstacles, and we all know there's obstacles right now with buying houses. Okay, but the obstacles are more about.
Death.
No, it's not death. I want to say it's almost like you've got some money, then you spend it. You've got some money, then you spend it. So you almost get to a point.
Well, yes.
Well, yes.
You're like,
That's on the weekend.
Welcome to our frippery.
So there is a bit of waiting for you to get what you want.
Okay.
I'd say 2 years. I see this mock Tudor, okay?
Love
But it looks to me, do you have any connection to Essex? Like, would you live in Essex?
No.
Okay, because that's what it looks like to me. But it looks like... Okay.
I would not live in Essex.
Well, you're going. No.
Well, you go be an Essex, boy.
You gonna learn today. You gonna move today. No, I have respect for all my Essex baddies, but that's my seventh
worst
circle
place.
of hell.
Yeah, no problem. But what I'm being shown is, it looks like a really weird place like Stanford-le-Hope, or something that's got like a couple of different places. Does that make sense to you?
No.
Okay. But it looks like somewhere that's got a name like that.
Oh, I know, I get it. What do you think? Like Burford-on-Sea or something?
Yeah, like something like that.
Is Stanford-le-Hope a place?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
No, it's
So
a
you
band.
just mean there's
Latin band.
like a double-barreled name is somewhere I'm going to live.
Yeah.
Yes, but I do feel, I know you hate it, but I do feel it's over the Essex way. But it's a big area,
There's also, you can get really more money for your back there. Like,
You can.
And pipe.
But
period.
Good pipe in Essex.
Lots of
will-
good pipe in Essex.
you will
As Ash can
purchase.
attest. Yeah.
You will purchase a property, and then you'll be in the relationship that you want to be in. I do see marriage. I see 2 weddings. So there's one here and one in another country.
But not to 2 different...
No.
I'm not gonna, there's no divorce on the cards. No. Okay, good.
You'll be married once.
I'm already petrified about marriage as it is. I don't need to get divorced.
But I see you doing it twice. So it's almost like we'll do it here for everyone here, and then there's something like Italy or somewhere like that, because the person that you're with will have a dual passport.
I do like that.
We've always said we want to be international.
As in, my whole thing is I wouldn't want to be with someone who is like there smothering me all the time.
No.
I need them to be away for work for a fortnight and then be like, oh, I've missed you. Let's spend 4 days together and now piss off again.
Yes. We've actually had those conversations.
But like further afield than Stamford Lee Bridge.
Or Mock Tudor, yeah.
Well, I hope, yes, I do hope, indeed.
Yeah.
I hope it's not Essex.
I've got a lady in the spirit world that had a foot problem. It looks like there's something underneath the foot. Do you know who that is?
No.
It's on this side.
No.
No one, like a nan energy coming through.
No, my grandma had hip problems, but not feet.
It's definitely the foot, I would say.
No.
So maybe when you go away, ask about that.
Female.
Yes, definitely female. I mean, sometimes the hip affects the foot. I'm not trying to make this fit, but I can definitely see what it is. You know, if that's your foot there, and those are your toes, I've got like this part, the front part of her foot, and it looks to me like this.
Oh, like tendon stuff?
No, it looks like there's skin or muscle that's had to be removed, or is almost maybe not.
Right.
Not quite there.
Okay,
I mean, you know, it could be something like gangrene or something in the foot.
My granddad had gangrene from the war. He had to have worms put in his foot, maggots put
to get
in
the
eat
flesh
the dead
out.
flesh off.
Yeah.
Really?
Not any women I can think of.
So definitely on this side.
Okay.
But anyway, there are spirit energies around you, and they are saying that you are ready for the right relationship. The person that you'll end up being with, and I'm not too sure if it's this next person I was talking about earlier that just needs you need them to chill. The person that you will be with in the future is older than you and very, very grounded. They will not do anything the same as you. They'll be in a completely different field. If anything, it's something like finance.
That makes sense.
I have to say, you've been with this person before somehow. There's some element of you knowing them.
Okay.
So you're going back to someone, I want to say.
Okay.
Do you have any questions around what I've said at all?
Can we change my...
Well, you know what? That's a very good question because, yes,
Okay.
the point of having a reading is for you to go, oh, I don't want to live in Essex.
Yeah.
Or I don't want to go back with the ex. I'm going to kind of divert. That's the point.
Okay, good.
That's the entire reason why people have a reading, to see where they're heading, and if they don't like it, they change course.
Okay, fine.
So it's not...
Okay, nice.
Great.
Okay, yeah. So the end isn't nice.
No.
Like, yeah, okay.
So Stanford...
I mean, they're not
They're not bad cards at all. You're going to have a kid and be married to a finance bad.
I don't want to end up with a finance bro. They're arseholes.
Fine.
And I don't want to live in Essex.
Okay. But you do want to live in Mock Tudor?
I want to become Mock Tudor.
Yes.
I think I might just cosplay as Henry VIII.
Yeah, that's such a good idea.
Yeah, all of his 6 wives.
Yes.
I'm quite happy with that. I like the idea of, I don't generally go for older, but it obviously hasn't worked so far, so I feel like older could work well. Maybe
We've had that discussion before.
Yeah, and the grounded thing is nice. I definitely agree with people being in a different profession.
Yeah.
I've always said that. I used to sing more, and I was always like, I'd be in hell if I dated a singer, because if they were better than me, I'd be jealous, and if they were worse, I wouldn't respect them. So I think in much the same way with like my avenue, like now, I don't like the idea of people being in the same field.
No. I get that.
Yeah, I'm okay with that in general. We can tweak geographies.
Yeah.
Unless there's potentially an Essex in America that we didn't know about. You know
think
how
there
there's like
is.
Cambridge, Massachusetts?
Yeah, and what's the other one? Woodstock.
Yes.
There's a Woodstock here and there's Woodstock there.
Exactly. Woodstock, everywhere.
Everywhere. Yeah, that's exactly where I was going with that.
Yeah. So that would potentially work.
Okay.
Or like, yeah,
But as I said, it's not set in stone at all.
praise be.
So it is up to you to change. But I do feel... So are you single right now?
I am. And what's strange is I'm the one who needs to calm down. So me being this higher power, needing them to calm down is quite astonishing, because I can't imagine what state they'd be in if I'm the one lecturing them to calm down.
But then if you
what I
recognise
mean?
it and you see it in them, you can be like, calm down.
I went out for 3 days in a row the other night. I didn't go to sleep Friday till Tuesday.
Yeah,
How am I telling someone to calm down?
It's you're telling them to calm down about how they feel about
the
you.
commitment side of it.
As in they're really on you. Which, that makes so much sense. You hate
they're
everyone.
on me.
Yeah.
The thing is with me, I just am not bothered about relationships, full stop. So this whole like settling down, married, like if you just said you'll have a kid but you'll do it by yourself, I'd be like, slay, agreed.
Yeah.
I don't have it in me to really care about anybody else but her.
Yes.
Like my relationship is to her.
Good.
Yeah.
Well, that's you know, and that's for now. I mean, so I was told that I'd have a child and I was like, no way, absolutely don't want them. I'm a dog person. And I've got a daughter now and she's my world.
Oh.
So, and I was absolutely categorically not going to do it.
Really?
See, I've never been, I'm very, I wanted kids growing up, and then the older I've got, I'm like, you know, when you're young, you think that at 25, you're a geriatric with 4 kids and you've been married for 10 years.
Yeah.
And I'm 28, and I feel like I wanted a kid when I was younger, and then I've got older and I'm like, I can't even afford to look after myself. But I'm very give or take. Same with most things, I'm just like, whatever, like, I'd happily have a kid or happily not. I love kids, but it's not like the purpose of my life to have a kid. If I didn't, I think I'd be fine, as long as my brother has kids.
You know, you guys are really young, so I don't think you have to be worried about it right now.
No.
Yeah. I did it when I was 38, so I left it really late.
Slay.
That's so great. Also has Essex.
Yeah, innit?
Yeah.
Stamford Bridge.
We're going to rename it Stamford Bridge.
Yeah, Leon C.
It's because that's that programme that Tara's in, isn't it? Stamford Bridge?
Oh, yeah.
Ackley Bridge. Stamford
Ackley
Bridge. I'm getting the two mixed up.
It's a football club where Stamford Bridge is, isn't it? Chelsea,
Right,
isn't it?
Chelsea and Stamford Bridge.
Yes.
Stamfordly Hope.
Maybe it's there, maybe it's Chelsea, and I'm getting it all confused.
That would be fine.
There you go.
That would make sense.
I could marry a footballer for
Oh, God,
sure.
that would make sense. Yeah.
And then I'd have 10 kids.
Yeah.
And secure the alimony.
Yeah.
Okay, so Ash.
Yes.
Thank you for that, by the way.
That's what you're welcome.
Appreciate that. It's my first ever tarot.
Oh, really? Oh, that's
This is
good.
my first ever.
Is it?
Yeah, it's my first time.
Oh, I should have gone a bit gentle then, shouldn't I, really? I went
No,
down.
I'm glad you went. I'm glad you deep.
No, she said much
Yeah, in it. She said Essex.
and smoke it.
Stamford Bridge.
Ash, is there anything that you would like to know the answer to?
I want to let you
Yeah.
run with it and then just
Okay.
follow your lead.
Well, I brought some cat tarot in today. So I think I'm going to use those for you.
Yeah, okay.
And these are, I call these my no BS cards because they really get to the point.
Right,
And I've
nitty-gritty.
And I've lost half of them because my toddler likes to play with them and chuck them behind someone.
Stop.
So, but I feel like I've got the ones I need.
Yeah, fine.
The other ones, they weren't needed, you know.
Fine.
So this is a full deck. And there's 72 cards, I think, in a pack. So when people say, oh, is the death card going to come out? And will it mean a death? It does come out. But in a but it doesn't always.
Lilo's poorly and this is cat cards.
Oh no!
Oh, don't.
I know. That's why. No, that's why I'm just like.
No, he's on the mend though.
Okay, great.
It very rarely means a death.
Okay.
But if it's there, then we acknowledge it and we will look at that. But
Fine.
it mostly comes out for like really, really old people. And they've got a friend that they know is dying anyway.
Fine.
So it's a really kind of, it's a very, low probability of that coming out. Anyway, so your birthday, what's that? Just the day and the month?
The 5th of January.
5th of Jan. Very, very
want the year?
powerful date. No, I'm good. I'm
Okay.
good.
1937.
Yeah.
Just before the Second World War.
In the 1800s.
Is that not
just
Dolly
before
Parton's
Tudor.
birthday?
1937?
No, 5th of Jan or something.
I hope it is, because I'm giving Dolly Parton hair today.
Head?
My hair
Oh.
was based around Dolly Parton today.
I'm giving Dolly
she's
Parton
dead.
head.
Dolly Parton hair.
Is she in London?
Does she know?
Honestly, yeah.
What's their consent? Bloody hell. That is hell.
19th of January.
Oh, damn.
1946 as well, so she's 9 years younger than you.
God. Oh, I love
Just a
this.
stone's throw away.
Yeah, almost.
So 5th of Jan.
What's
okay.
9 years amongst friends?
Innit?
Amongst lovers, if you're giving a head.
Innit?
Christ.
I can't with that. Oh, God. Okay.
So you've already had your change. So you are now in year 4. So this
The menopause.
The menopause has come. You're in the change.
Well, thank God, because I thought I was pregnant.
Yeah,
Came back
innit?
home, so that's good.
Well, we'll see. But we've got, you're in the year 3 last time, which was the party
2000.
year. Party year. So
Yeah.
now you've got to hang up your party coat a little bit.
No, I can't do that.
those boots.
I can't
Hang
hang
up
up my
those
party
boots.
coat.
And you've got to put your kind of work head on and go, okay, what do I want now? And sow seeds for the future. But you'll be pleased to know you've got a birthday soonish.
Yeah.
It's going to change again. It's going to be in year 5.
Is it possible to put the party hat back on, like take it
Yeah,
out?
you
of
can.
hiding?
You can take it out of hiding.
Sorting hat.
Yeah, innit?
Better be fun again.
The sorting out. To freedom.
Wow, there's been a sorting. It's been a birthday. Sorry, carry
No, you're fine. But there is one slight warning with the year 5, which you'll enter on the 5th of January. You have 9 years in the numerology cycle. You will be halfway through on the 5th of Jan, your birthday, and it is one of the toughest years that you can go through, but it's good, okay? So what it does is the universe looks at your life and goes, okay, is this your life? Is it? Yeah. Here you go. And shakes it all up.
Right.
And you go, and you see these pieces falling. So there'll be things that you don't need that will be removed from your life.
Thank God. Jack just evaporates on the spot.
To Essex.
Yeah.
Anyone that's holding you back will be removed. Okay, they're not going to die, but they'll just move on. Anything that you're focusing on that isn't showing you your full potential will fall away. But what it is good for is the years in the future, you'll look back and you'll go, oh my God, I'm so glad that happened.
Right.
Because I wouldn't be here if that didn't happen. If you're on the right path.
So that'll be a manager.
If you're on the right path, in the right job, with the right people, you'll be fine. But you will be here, there and everywhere next year. You'll be getting bits of money here, bits of money there, or you'll be
another club, taxi, tour bus.
Lots of money there.
Yeah. So I love my year 5 because I was like, that's the kind of life I like to live. I want to be here, there and everywhere. But if you like stability, staying in one place, you're probably not going to like your year 5.
Nah.
No, you don't, you're not a stable person.
No, I'm not. Definitely unstable, so don't worry about that.
That's nice.
Yeah,
good.
That's fun. That's phonics.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's frippery.
Fun, chaos, a little bit of fire and brimstone, but hey, you know what?
Fire and brimstone. That's
Fire and brimstone.
nice.
Tabernacles, trinkets, mock Tudor. They're all nice, fruity, like
big
meaty
phrases.
words. Yeah.
Good. Well, that's your year. You'll look forward to. So, is there anything you wanted me just to say what I see? Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. So if I could just ask you, I didn't ask Jack to do this, but I'm going to ask you just to unfold your legs just for a second.
Yes.
Place your hands on your knees. Yeah, a little bit.
I get that.
And then just think about life as a whole. Just tune out for a second, zone out. Anything that's coming up. Okay, interesting. Yeah. Right, you can relax now. Again, you can sit however you like now, by the way.
Like Victoria Beckham. Yeah, brilliant.
So I've got a little bit of an idea of what you do because I'm here. But again, didn't Google you, didn't search what was going on. But
She's a librarian.
But my guides very clearly showed you doing some kind of commercial, and this is for a very large supermarket brand. But I can see orange. So is orange
Sainsbury's.
Sainsbury's. It's like the same
Or
colours.
EasyJet.
EasyJet. But I can see this kind of building with shopping centre behind, and I can see you in a car, and you almost like drive up to the camera, stop and say something. So there must be some kind of filming around that kind of vibe that's coming up for you. It looks to me like it's very well paid, but it looks to me like you get a little bit of money, and you're like, this is great, and then all of a sudden, somebody gives you a phone call and says, by the way, we're making it bigger. Here's some more money. So this looks.
Well, Jamie Oliver used to be the face of Sainsbury's.
So I'm
quite
now
similar to Jamie
going to
Oliver.
cosplay as Jamie Oliver. That makes so much sense.
I think we should just put it out there right now.
Oh, I think we should.
Yeah, let's just weave a little spell.
Yeah.
But then you'll start banning turkey twizzlers and shit, and everyone will hate you.
Oh yeah. I would never do that.
No, slay.
Hence why I'm taking Jamie Oliver wrong.
Yeah, fine.
What do you mean?
I bet he loves a turkey twizzler.
Yeah,
It is 100%.
Don't we all?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I
And I don't
think
eat meat.
the big word here is commercial. I feel like you're going to be doing some commercials. There's going to be some nice stuff coming for you. Who is the friend or the sister, I want to say sister, who's got a very big heart problem, not heart problem, but like a breakup, divorce, something around you? I can see someone that will need you this year. This is a female friend.
Oh God, not that. A female friend.
She doesn't have any of them.
No, she's
not a girl's
I
girl at
literally
all.
only know Jack.
I cosplay as female sometimes.
I'm just trying to think who. I mean, yeah, quite a few of my girlies are in relationships. So
Or in turmoil.
Yeah, are in hell. I'm just trying to think. No, I don't know anyone going through anything awful right now.
I can see like a heart, and it's got a little, like when you
Crack.
do a crack emoji, and I can see that in front of her, and she's almost saying, can I come to stay with you? Can I be with you? Can you help me through this? But what I do see is the heart coming back together. And I have to say, this looks like, I've got the word divorce, so I'd say it's probably someone that's married or certainly in something that's really solid. And they're going through a tough time. So they're going to need you this year.
Interesting.
Anyway, back to the tarot. So we've also got, there is world travel for you. This is coming up quite soon. I've got Turkey first. I've also got somewhere that you will have to...
Ash, sorry, read that.
Queen of Pentacles.
Queen of Pentacles.
You are
That's another
you
one.
are so
like,
us.
That's so like tabernacle, trinket,
Queen of
pentacles. And it's a cat.
I'm loving the travelling thing. Wow. Jack, this is quite poetic.
I agree.
Okay. There's something, the guides are giving me drip feed when it comes to...
That's another one.
Is that another one?
Yeah.
And it comes to travel. So it's almost like you go somewhere, then you come back. You go somewhere, you come back. You go somewhere, you come back. But it's going to be something that's regular. And my guides are saying to me, in the future, you are probably going to have a second home in another country.
You're going to have to.
Yeah.
When I look at where this is on the world map, it's not America, it's the other side. So this will be Europe or that way.
Okay, we can do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Italy.
Queen of Pentacles, this is all about money, so it tells me you will be able to manage your own money, you will get a handle on
It's
that.
about time.
But financially independent, that is what everyone wants. And also in the future, financially free. So if you've got a little kind of contingency fund, keep putting it in there because it's going to get bigger and bigger and bigger. I am being shown you're bored of something. Is this a friendship here? A friendship?
No, it's not a friendship.
No, this is how, yeah.
But what's worrying me about you, not worrying me, but what's sort of stopping you getting rid of this person is because they're kind of helping you move up a little bit. So it's almost like,
no.
does this make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. Can you see you climbing? You're like,
Yeah, you've been climbing up
I've
a
been
window, watching the
climbing,
situation.
yeah,
This is so accurate.
I'm the Queen of Pentacles.
Oh, and Pentecost.
but look, you've got many things here, many
bowls of cat food.
many fingers of pie.
She's
lots of
juggling a
things
lot
you
of
can do.
pies and fingering them as well.
You're right. This
Okay.
is
Ace of Wands. These are amazing.
So I feel, so if you were to say to this person, you know what, we're done, or leave me alone, there's a bit of injustice there. So I don't think you're really going to be able to shake this person off at all. You're going to have to kind of...
Help.
yeah.
Mom.
SOS.
Please, someone help me.
So just, I'd say keep it at
Okay.
arm's length. I don't want to say like use them.
Why is it unjust? Is it? Am I being unjust?
It would be unjust if you
Period.
said we're done, okay? So I think that it's, give them a bit more time. You know, I know this sounds really sort of, I don't know, it sounds a little bit mean, but everyone is kind of here to help each other, you know?
So you're saying string them along a bit.
Yeah.
Right.
What if that had already been happening?
Well, then I think you're going to have to carry that on.
Okay. What? What? I don't
I'm not saying string them along, but
Fine.
you know, you go. For example, people say, "Hey, come to my club, Nicola," and I know they're going to get me to do some tarot reading, so we're kind of both there for a
Right, but then you're at the
mutual
same
agreement.
time,
Right.
yeah,
And
and
that's
give a bit of
take.
shindig, right?
So that's what this is. It's a bit of a mutual agreement. So don't think that you're not giving them something for them giving you back something, but make sure that you are giving them a little bit more of whatever it is that you give them.
Okay.
A little bit more sugar.
A bit more sugar.
Sugar.
Oh, we've got an Emperor card here. So there will be somebody in your life, and I feel like in the future your family will say, we are so glad that you met this person, because they're not going to hem you in, but they will just keep you on the straight and narrow. So because we're kind of seeing a little bit of a fame here, some extra money and financial independence, but this person will be your absolute yin to your yang, and if you get a little bit,
Already in.
if you get a little bit big-headed, they'll go, oh, come on now, come back down to earth. So that is what you have. This person also, on the face of it, I think if you met them now, you'd be like, God, they're boring. They're not boring, they're stable. And again, it's quite
I
similar.
had that as
yeah.
well.
Could this be a potential,
Lover.
lover?
Yes, oh,
A king.
absolutely. This is what this is. Well, it's an emperor, so this is someone that likes to be in charge. So whereas a king has a council and they tell him what to do, an emperor absolutely rules with an iron fist. So you can do whatever you want to do, but they
Right.
will, when it comes down to, you know, sorting the bills out and everything, they will be in
Right.
charge.
Well, that's you
great.
need that. 'Cause she's not
That's great. I'm not good at that.
That's currently me with the iron fist.
We're not seeing any pregnancy card here for you.
Thank
oh,
God.
what's that one there? But we've got a really amazing Valentine's Day. Would you go on a double date Valentine's Day?
Well, normally we go Valentine's Day.
We normally do it with each other because we're in hell.
we spend Valentine's Day together.
Would
So
you?
yeah, that would still work.
I'd love to go on
I'd
a double date,
with you.
yeah.
I just don't like anyone other than her.
Well, I feel like this is much more of a TV thing. This is a show. This is like a first dates or something. Would you do that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I can see you both sat there and they're filming, and I see you a little bit drunk. Okay.
Just me.
Just you.
Right. That's very opera.
Ooh.
But there's one of you it doesn't work out for, one of you it does, and I feel like it might be you.
That it works for.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
That makes sense.
I feel like it would work out for you.
History's
repeating itself.
Oh, right. Have you been on one before?
No, all mine fall apart.
All right, we've got the Wheel of Fortune, okay? This is a great card. It's in this upright position. It's where you want it to be. The Wheel of Fortune tells you that money is good, or it's very, very soon going to get good. However, it does always turn. So it does mean that you've got to keep an eye on that, okay? But do have fun. You're young, you know, single,
You're dumb.
having a great time. So do use some of that money to enjoy, but remember to put some away. I feel in the future, you'll have a property portfolio. So you have 3 properties at least, but then I see you selling all of them and making one nice
mock Tudor home.
Yes.
We're back to the old mock.
Yeah.
Yeah. a
I feel
penthouse.
like
In Woodstock,
it's not a
California.
house, it's a flat. It's like an apartment.
Have I made it?
How fancy is that if she's having to
100%.
sell 3 properties
No,
to get
Jack,
it?
but I'm building it up from the roots.
Oh, she's building
As
one.
in, yeah.
Bum. So 3 properties, 1, 2, 3, and then you pool all of that into
Yeah,
one
like
thing.
that.
And I can see an apartment as opposed to like a mansion or something.
Meanwhile, Jack's in Essex.
See, yeah, but you'll have to have a change of tune then. Maybe it's because you're with the Emperor, because we're the opposite on that.
Yeah.
I love a flat. She needs a house with a garden, even if it's further out. So that's our current
Then if
setup.
I'm building it, who's to say? It could be at whatever.
Right, an apartment with a garden.
Yes.
You
Yes.
could have a rooftop garden.
Wasn't expecting that at all.
That.
So we have I was going to say a slight warning here. The sun card is the baby card. All right. But, babies are good. I do feel there will be a pregnancy. My guides are saying to me there will be 2 children for you. But we're looking quite away, at least 5, 6, maybe even 7 years away for you now.
Oh.
But you'll have 1 and you'll be like, not doing it again. And then
Yeah, fair.
and then the other 2, I want to say, so there might be 3, will just come naturally. Is there twins in your family?
No. Oh, then again, I don't really know a lot of my family
No.
history, do I?
So
And the
it could be
twins to
twins,
come.
the next one. So 1 and 2, like 1 and twins.
Oh, shit. Then there'd be 3.
There'll be 3. So that's kind of where things are. Oh, just before I go, or just before I sign off here, has there been something that hasn't been fair with your home life? Like, did you have to move? Like, almost looks like something that was out of your control.
Yeah. I'm having to move house. And we hate it because we love our house.
Oh, is this now?
This is now. Because the Tower card always shows you leaving something unexpectedly, not wanting that. Okay. Wherever it is that you end up, it almost looks like you go, oh, I don't want to go there, it's really boring, but you will absolutely love this. I'm being shown more North London than, or North, or in terms of the place. It's going to drive you absolutely insane. Why have I got I've got the period of 3 weeks. So
That's fine, you can manage
move
that.
out? You having to
Soon.
move now?
No, but like,
No,
so
but
we're looking
it
now.
is likely to be
Yeah,
hiccup
in
for
3
you.
weeks.
So I
because
can
of...
also as well, don't neglect yourself. Remember I said this because I see you kind of rushing around, not eating. Make sure that you've got enough energy and you're looking after yourself for this.
Chance would be a fine thing.
Because we've got this sort of, you don't want to end up moving house because you've got a cold and you're feeling rough because you haven't looked after yourself in some way.
Yeah.
Could be drinking too much, who knows? But, when we're a bit stressed, we tend to neglect the physical side and we just think, oh, I've got to get this done, got to find this house. So that's the only thing I would say is the warning for you. But you're absolutely going to love the new property.
Oh,
And
yay.
It looks to me like you go, oh, actually, let's try and look at this one. And it's not even on your radar and you love it.
Really?
Love
Okay.
it. So there is a nice new
what
property there
happened
for
with
you. There is the pregnancy card again falling out for you.
Is that 4 kids now?
How many now? Yeah, innit?
No, this one,
Got the
again,
sound of music's coming out of my belly. What's going on?
we've got...
Oh, wow. That was good.
Oh, well, we've got a lovely card
Sugar
here.
babes are doing well.
Innit?
I'm the mock Tudor.
What's she called? I nearly called you shakshuka. I forgot what it was. Mock Tudor.
So Empress card, again, something that will take time to build and grow. I want to come back to this commercial, so I feel like you will be doing commercials, adverts, things like that. There's also a column that I see you in. Starts off maybe as unpaid or something that's perhaps, not as regular as you'd like it, but it will become a column, and I can see lots of strange things in there, right? Now, don't shoot the messenger, but I can see makeup and I see sex toys. So this might be a women's column.
There are 2 favourite things.
No, that's all I do.
yeah.
That's all I care about
That's
in
what
life.
Antics with Ash means.
Yeah, lip-
Makeup and sex
Lip
toys.
gloss and dildos.
Yeah.
That's all I care about.
That's the Lana Del Rey album, I think.
Very that.
But that's the kind of thing, it's almost like, looks like you recommending to women and people around the world that, try this, I've tried this is great, you need this. So kind of a lot going on. You don't really need someone in your life because you're financially free anyway, but you will have somebody that will kind of pull you down and ground you.
The Iron Man.
The iron.
The Iron Fist.
Yes. I can't wait.
Robert Baratheon.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be nice.
Jon Snow, you know nothing,
You know,
Jon Snow.
nout.
Oh, he's so sexy.
Oh, he's
isn't
so
He
sexy.
is our kid. Apparently he's
like-
very short, so he'd
he?
be
Well,
good
that's
for
all
you.
right. That'll do for
We
me.
love a short king.
Yeah,
You
no,
don't,
heels.
though. You say that.
Yeah.
She steals all the tall men from
Yeah.
actual tall girls would want to date, and she's like, no, they need to be 7'4".
Yeah, it annoys me because people are like, oh, you don't care, but I'm like, I do want to be thrown around like a piece of sourdough.
You can still be thrown around by a strong short king.
That's true.
You've
Yeah.
just never encountered the right one.
He might be really strong, like low centre of gravity.
Exactly, he's
Yeah.
grounded. He's grounded.
Yeah,
He's the emperor.
grounded. And then he's got the Iron Fist.
Yeah, and no carbs. It's just
Oh.
thigh,
Bloody hell.
like you.
Pun
It all
intended.
goes hand in hand. It all just
Innit?
so full circle. Oh, thank you so much. That was
you.
amazing.
Thank you.
I feel like I've had my third eye open.
Yeah, me too.
shoppers
Thank
are
you.
alive.
Can we hug?
Yes, please. All the
You're a
best.
star. Thank you so much.
Not Tudor, it was a pleasure.
Okay, guys, this next segment is something very near and dear to my heart. So, as you all know, or you may not know if you're new here, in which case, ew. My dad is the nation's sweetheart, and he loves a riddle. So, every week, we're going to be doing something called Riddler on the Roof, i.e., the voice of my dad. But you're just going to hear him. I want him to be like the voice of God. So, he's just going to come and reverberate off the walls. So, this is it, Riddler on the Roof.
Good afternoon, Riddlers. I've got a wild one for you.
It's also the idea that, like, he's coming, like, the fact he's on the roof is so
It's
funny.
so
Because I
funny.
imagine him just, like, slipping and sliding on tiles, like, peering through a hole.
All I imagine, almost like a bit Count Olafy. Like,
Yeah, very.
Like,
Thank you, Mr. Bow.
Before I lose it big time.
Big time. Bullet.
But I imagine him exactly that, almost
Yeah.
like football sliding down the roof.
And also-
And then falling to the ground and then, like, just telling a riddle.
He's here to facilitate and remain observatory.
That.
That is what he does.
So, we are going to play the riddle.
Montgomery.
So, what is this week's riddle?
Da-da-da.
Good afternoon, Riddlers. I've got a wild one for you. The more you take, the more you leave behind. What am I?
It's not drugs.
Definitely not.
Take.
The more you take, the more you leave
Time?
behind.
Take time. Leave that now.
Oh, that's quite good.
It'll be like
You don't
that. It's
take
not an
time, it'll be
object.
something like that. The more you take.
Glitter.
Because all
the more-
glitter does is
Somehow
multiply.
you get a kilogram of glitter and then your house is covered in 2 kilograms of glitter. You stayed at mine, I'm not joking, you stayed at mine before and
When I was a dancer,
wearing,
prancer.
yeah, a dancer for Minnie.
Yeah.
And you had glitter on and I'm not joking, a week later, I was still picking glitter out my arse.
I know. For reference, I used to dance at clubs and when obviously...
She used to get paid, now she just does it for free.
yeah, precisely. And weirdly,
Nothing's really changed.
Weirdly, I do it more now.
Yeah,
than I
the
did
business model is just
before.
crap.
It makes no sense.
At all.
But all we used to do, obviously, the costumes were really giving. Like, we had to put glitter on our tits, all
Cosplay,
sorts. Yeah. And Jack used to hate it because all I ever used to do...
Would come and stay at mine after a shift.
Yeah,
And
and
I'd
then-
wake up in the morning looking like I'd just shagged someone at Smithy's.
Yeah, and it was just always like this little trail of glitter.
Yeah.
Like I was Goldilocks.
Yeah.
It was really giving.
Hell.
What? The more you take, the more you leave behind.
Liberties.
Well, yes.
What a fucking
liberty. What do you take? No, not that. The more you take, the more you leave behind.
in a pile. Used
Just in liquid form. No.
The more you take.
I think.
Are there any
do
clues?
you know what I think would help you?
If your dad was here and
If
telling
you
us
put that
now.
mustache on.
Totally agree.
Yeah.
Oh,
Edna
my
mode.
God, Edna.
Super designed for the gods. Nothing super about Nothing super about them.
No capes.
That's perfect. Now we will definitely.
The more you take, the more you leave behind. Could we phone a friend?
Could we
For a clue, perhaps?
Yeah, can we have a clue?
Can we have a clue?
Your clue is about the journey.
Ah, it's all about the journey. Is it you take flights, then you leave behind feelings?
That was good.
Yes. The more flights you
It's
take,
all about the journey.
the more
If you take
miles are miles.
If you take a yacht, you will be in Dubai in a thong.
Shake it, shake it. Yes, sir. It's all about the journey. The more car journeys you take, the more emissions you emit.
Period. And
Right.
that is on greenhouse gases.
And eventually there will be a mother else.
First step, Jack.
The more you steps you take,
The more you take, the more you leave behind because they're behind you as a trail.
period.
Period. By the way, life hack.
Yes.
We took a whole pack
Of moustaches.
of moustaches on holiday with us.
And they enriched the whole experience. We also
Yes.
forgot to take our recorder, and normally that's also a staple. We need to I'm going to make a note about it.
Yeah, so basically what we're saying is you need to take a pack of moustaches on
Any
holiday
extra
with you.
accoutrements, I think.
I think just general... Jack,
Oh!
that's the love line. Hang on. Hello, love line.
Okay, context. I'm in the Philippines, and I'm Filipino, and I dated this guy one time, only one time, and he's also Filipino. And I told him to basically meet me at this little quaint coffee shop, just, for a date, and then we'll just go walking, and then let's have lunch later, or something like that. Tell me why did he go to the coffee shop, to our date, in a full cowboy suit, in a full cowboy, freaking fit. He got the chaps and the cow skin, and he had fucking, that vest with the frills? I don't know, with the tassel, whatever. It was brown, and he had freaking cowboy hat, and he had a whip on. Who the fuck made him bring a whip on? Oh my God. And so I was so shocked. I'm like, oh my God. I hope it's not him, because he came in, and I didn't see his face fully because of his fucking cowboy hat. And I was like, oh, I hope that's not him. He lifts his cowboy hat off his head. He takes it off, and it's him, and I feel embarrassed. I was like, oh my God, who wears a full-on cowboy suit in the Philippines? It's so fucking hot here.
In the Philippines.
And then, boom. We talked a bit, and I was like, you know what? Self-expression, no hate. And so we were walking, and then he lived actually near, and then he wanted to show me something in his apartment, and I was like, you know what? Whatever. So we went to his apartment, and then boom. Tell me why, girl, that when he was doing a house tour, we went to his bedroom, and he had a fucking saddle. Saddle on his bedside table.
Okay, right.
I bolted and ran. I was like, hey, I gotta go. There's an emergency at work. They need me. And it was a Sunday. The date was on the Sunday. And I was just like, oh, fuck, that was fucking weird.
So can I just say...
Hang on. There's
a lot
much to unpack.
Turn it round.
That's good. First of all, she went on a date with Indiana Jones and had no idea.
Right. And then he took her to the Temple of the Lost Ark.
Yeah, and also the fact that her being done was at the saddle. How was she not done as a cowboy?
We chatted for a while, self-expression. Also...
As in, sis, you're down bad.
Bad.
You're down bad.
But I do think the get out of it was good, because I went on a date before, and I was living at home, and this guy took me, it was just awful. He had a car, I didn't, and it's
right.
Welcome to growing up rural when you're 16.
Very that.
He was a fair bit older, and he picked me up. We drove half an hour to Scunthorpe so he could pick up a Pizza Hut pizza takeaway.
Right.
We don't deliver because everyone lives so sparsely, and
right.
everyone just lives in a farmer's field. Right?
Wasn't it stone cold? No, he timed it.
No, because he timed it, but then we had to sit in Morrison's car park whilst he ate it to himself. It was a meat feast, and I don't eat meat. I don't like the smell of meat. So I had to text Fran, my best mate from home, and say, please, can you ring me and say that your brother's broken his leg so that he can
Why a broken leg, of all things?
Because I'm quite dramatic, aren't I?
Yeah.
So I was just so that I could go, no, we're going to have to go right now.
No.
I couldn't think of a way of being I'm not really enjoying hearing your cheeks slapping whilst you're eating this.
Yeah, that's...
The wrong kind.
I was about to say,
not what I was
normally
hoping
I love
for
that
at Morrison's
noise.
car park. Do you know what I mean? With a meat feast, it could have gone so much better.
That noise at Morrison's car park is normally exactly what I like for a first date.
Exactly, on a Monday afternoon.
Yes.
So, anyway, Yeah, he had to drive me back, and I got him to drop me off around the corner, and I literally, like, proper, like, really stop, drop, and roll, like, flung the door open, was like, oh my God, like,
as if you were a paramedic.
I've got to go and help him. So I do understand that, like, it was a Sunday, but yet, still, I must go to work.
Right. But weirdly, if a guy turned up to a date with me in a cowboy suit...
You'd pop to the fancy dress shop and put something on, yeah?
Yeah, I would go and put that wig on
You'd
and the mustache, and I'd be like, you are my sweet one,
my
queen.
emperor, yeah.
My queen.
My queen.
My queen.
Yeah, my queen.
Yeah, you are my king. That's what I would say.
You would, though.
I know.
As in, this seems like a joke.
It's not.
Reader, it's not.
Yeah. Would you? I think that's actually very slay.
I'm very of that mindset nowadays. I'll literally think that that's amazing. And also, I've said to you before, right, that we've been talking about it a lot recently, and like we just think that anyone who has a passion for anything.
Yes.
Right, like you said the other day, that
this is true. Actually,
no.
We really genuinely think that anyone that does anything with chest and vim,
it's so tea.
If you wake up one day and you're like, I'm blood clot Indiana Jones.
Yeah.
Good for you, girl.
Good for you, girl. Where'd you get your whip from, girl?
Where'd you get your saddle from, girl?
I agree. As in, like, I actually do agree. Like, if someone was like, I've really got into, like, amphibian research recently, I'd be like, well, then tell me about it. I want to grow gills.
I want to be a warm-blooded reptilian. A warm-blooded reptilian.
That's another thing about us that we love. The juxtaposition of things that can't exist. Like, reptiles obviously inherently are cold-blooded. So we love being like, God, I feel like a warm-blooded reptilian.
Because it makes no sense.
Also, denim tap shoe. Like, a tap shoe by default has to have a hard bottom for it to make
huge, Jack. Are we really explaining this now? Because that's a huge thing.
But I just think it's vital because, like, it's so us, but I don't think we've really given it the time of day publicly that it deserves.
Agreed. I agree. So
it's like, you know how people say, like, it's about as useful as a chocolate teapot?
Yes.
We do that, but, like, all the time.
Yes. So basically, the hilarity of denim tap shoe is
just imagine.
Tap shoe made of denim would not tap. So we just think that's so funny. Yeah. I.e., if I look clapped and I say to Jack, like, how am I looking? And he says, like, denim tap shoe. I'm like, I'm going home then.
Yeah.
Like that, I'm done, you're done, the night is done.
You're done.
You're done.
You're done.
Yes.
Yeah, hell and horror.
But basically, I say yes to the cowboy man.
So do I. The saddle, though, is giving American Horror Story a little bit.
It was just funny to me that was her breaking point, because I'm like, if anything, if you were okay with the suit, why not be okay?
I'd have got on the saddle.
I would have said...
Ride with cowboy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Ride me like a rodeo then,
right.
if that's what we're doing.
Wear me like a leather hat.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, agreed.
Pay me like one of your French girls.
Let's swap chaps.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Pay me like a crystal skull. Yeah, I agree. I agree.
And that's that. So that's our advice to you.
Actually, what we'll say is you are garbage.
Yes.
And you really fumbled the bag there.
Yeah, I think he was the man for you, sis.
Yeah.
I think bring him back. Give it another go.
Or just, like, wait in one of the prop areas of Indiana Jones, because he will come and knock it. That's the kind of bloke who would, like, go on a Universal Studios tour every week.
Yes.
Just for the Harrison Ford section.
Imagine.
I can't. You little nasty. I'm okay. Yeah, T.
So typically here, the podcaster would say thank you to their guest, but obviously I hate you.
We're not going to do that.
We're not going to do that.
Yeah, sure.
So you're done.
Dessert wine is out.
Goodbye.
He's smiling. He's shining.
And that is it. The very first episode of Antics with Ash is over. Oh, let me just get my tiny violin out. Thank you so much for joining me. Big thanks to Jack. No thanks, I hate him. Thank you to Nicola, our clairvoyant extraordinaire. I nearly called her Claire, but she's a clairvoyant. Thank you to my dad for being the Riddler on the roof and for birthing me, because that was really his greatest achievement. And guys, remember, if you have a love or dating dilemma that you want me to solve, drop me a voice note. It has to be a voice note. That's very crucial, to the apps that will be in the description box. Join me next week for a new episode where I will be unpacking my locked-in experience, perhaps with a couple of locked-in friends. And also, leave me a comment. Tell me who you want to see on this Austin Powers couch, okay? Look how nice it is. It can't go unused. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, love me, lips me, tell your nan, tell your neighbour, and if you're listening, leave me 5 stars. Love you. Mwah.